So our first spot brings us to the pavilion at Riverfront Park. So there used to be a manual pad in between here. And fun fact, they actually put a fence up after people started skating it. I think only just a few tricks got done on it. Maybe we could talk about that some other time. But the main trick we're here to talk about today is Jordan Graham's nose manual, Nollie 360 Shove It. Here's the clip.
What you want is accident and not the draft.
All right, so to give you a bit of a perspective, your runway is probably not even 2 board lengths wide. This fence didn't used to be here. I remember it being pretty tall. I don't see anything on the pillar to indicate how tall, but it was about the distance from here to here. But yeah, anyways, this is where the landing was. It came off probably like from this tall. And yeah, there was just a like 6-7 foot drop on this side. Our next spot isn't here anymore. We are where the Spokane Sport Gap used to be. There used to be a big loading dock with an industrial building right there, and now it's a parking lot. And it was probably about 9-10 stair size. It was pretty big. The run up was really good. It was a nice like smooth concrete, and you had 2 choices. You could either go to the left of the launch and you would have more of a flat run up, and then if you went a little bit to the right, you could actually have a bump over it. Well, I had a lot more luck going from where it was flat, but the trick we're here to talk about right now is Connor Barber's hard flip. Here's the clip. And for the next stop, we are next to the Nom Nom on Wellesley and Monroe. And the spot we're here to talk about is this thing right here. You ride on the roof, or the homie rode on the roof, rolled up onto the roof, and then dropped in off of this. And that homie was Nate Akers, and here's the clip. Oh yeah, this spot is just gnarly because you're on a roof on one of the busiest streets in Spokane. Or just a busy street. I don't know about one of the busiest is a heavy claim. But yeah, you're on a busy street and people are driving by constantly. Someone's probably gonna call the cops if you're on the roof. So he had to land it fairly quickly. And I remember one thing that he was worried about was clipping the gutter on the way off of the roof. Pretty crazy. Our next spot is on 2nd and Brown, I think. Anyways, the spot is Jake Roser's car was right here, and then Alex Patterson rolled off the top of the car and into this bank. Here's the clip. Oh yeah, this bank is anything but smooth. It has a pretty hard angle at the bottom. I mean, this thing's a bit over waist high for me, and then your landing is this busy street. Pretty sick. I definitely wouldn't want to do it. Now we are at what is Spokane. What is he on? Sprague? You can't skate this spot anymore either, because there's usually cars in the way now, as you can see. Cars in line. But this is the spot right here. You would come up from here, manual, go off. They're just 2 perfect manual pads with like pretty decent ground. And you can choose the height of them and everything. But yeah, so many things got done here. There used to be a pole here that people would ollie up and do tricks over. But the trick we're going to talk about today happened on this pad right here. It was half cab flip manual, backside revert to faking manual by Ben Carden in Now Eat. Here's the clip. The next spot we're checking out is this thing right here, ollie over rail. It's pretty massive. I know the run up isn't very good, but Jordan Rosales ollied this behemoth in From VX with Love. Here's the clip. A fun fact about this spot, I actually found this, well, I'm not saying I'm the one who originally found it, but I had some type of appointment here and I found this thing and saw that it was possible. And I just, when I was watching the From VX with Love video at WRTC, nobody really seemed to react to this massive ollie. Well, I found Jordan. I was like, dude, I know exactly how massive that thing is. And look at this run up. He had to have a curb ramp and everything. It's not the best. I don't even know where he came from or the direction he took, but yeah, look at this thing. You have the fence down there. The rail is tall. This thing is absolutely insane. Props to you, J-Rock. For our next spot, let's see. Pretty sure it was like right here. We're at UTF, or at least what used to be UTF. Now it's a parking lot. RIP, my childhood, many others. But in between these, you can see those bars. The top one was cut off of one of the ones like somewhere over here, and then you grinded the bottom one. The clip we're going to talk about right now is Keelan Dawson frontside Smith grind. What was this in? I think it was in the collective friends section. But anyways, here's the clip. I remember this thing having pretty good run up. It's just a flat bar with a 6-foot drop over on the other side, and he did Smith, frontside Smith grind pop over into the skate park. So crazy. Like, there's so much danger and death in that trick, or that spot really. That was pretty crazy to be there for. You're gnarly for that one, Keelan. For the next spot, we are somewhere near Sacred Heart. And what we're here to talk about is this gap right here, but not even a specific trick on the gap. I mean, I'll show you what was done on the gap that day. It got ollied. But when we were filming for Folklore, we found this like metal rail type thing right in that corner. And what we did is we banged it into this dirt with our skateboard. So it was like a gap to handrail. And Alex Delgado crooked grinded it. So insane. Like, he landed it so quickly, I remember too. And just, oh man, the way it sounded on the rail, the clip, how Justin filmed it, everything. This clip is amazing. Here it is. So the runway for this spot is actually exactly what you would want. Downhill runway, smooth concrete, and this is the closest crack to the end. But it is so long, rugged landing, but other than that, this gap is absolutely perfect. Alex, you are nutty for this one. Our next spot for the day is at the Fish Lake Trailhead. And what the spot is this bench right here to manual off the curb. And the trick we're going to talk about today is nose grind, nose manual, nollie flip off the curb by me. Here's the clip. You have to carve in at it depending on which way you're going. I've done a line where I like ran through here because I needed to go way more of an angle or way less of an angle. But anyways, like the spot's pretty good. Like these cracks aren't that bad. Perfect butter bench. Pretty low for one too. They're usually a lot taller. And then the cracks over here really aren't that bad. And then you go off the curb. It's a really sick spot. I would love to see more tricks go down here. I haven't seen much here done here in the past couple of years, but I don't remember how long it took, but I remember it taking, I don't know, more than an hour or and a half, possibly two. It took me a long time, but that was the first one that I landed. I didn't get any sketchy lands. The first one I landed, it was solid, so I was pretty stoked on that. So for our next spot, we are what we used to call the Red Lion 10. I don't know what people call it nowadays, but there is a 10 stair here. And Mitchell Muser somehow no-complied this thing. Like straight no-comply, not 180, not nothing, just straight hit it off the knee and did it down this thing. So crazy. Here's the clip. So there is a little bit of a crack here. This goes down slightly right before you pop. Partly the reason why I never did anything down it. The runway is pretty solid. The stairs are Spokane stairs, more like a California 12 or 13. And then right where you land, it's actually pretty solid still. Not too many axle marks. So that then you go to what I don't consider that bad for Spokane, but could be pretty bad for somewhere else.